flowing spaces 9 forms, space rupturing form, purple lightning golden eye, cold jade palm, peony finger. Following many yells, 4 attacks of great power descended. They were composed of purple lightning, lofty sword intent, a deep chilling wind, and a deep yet flexible power. They hammered Huangpu Qingyun and forced him to withdraw 3 steps. As 4 figures stood in front of Zhuofan and Chu Qingcheng. When the dust settled, Huangpu Qingyun had a frosty expression. What? Our signature moves, the 4 great martial techniques, didn't even leave him with a scratch. The golden tyrant body art of the regent estate truly is the greatest of the 7 families. Whoosh! 3 more figures landed. Hee, such boldness. That dares to touch the second young master. If you still want to fight, my people are more than willing. Lin Zitian and 5th elder exchanged glances, then looked at Huangpu Qingyun. They had no choice but to bear through this. With shivering hearts, Longju's group looked at each other with determination on their faces. Huangpu Qingyun alone is already so powerful. Even if the 4 of us joined forces, there might still be a chance that we can't beat him. Now, adding in the Pill King and other people, this is going to be a hard fight. Qingcheng, think again. Are you really choosing him? Huangpu Qingyun shouted to stop everyone in place. Stepped in front of the others. She turned to Zhuofan. Absolutely. Never been so sure before. The answer and curses running through his head. All right. Then, I won't pressure you. I wish you guys unity for centuries. Let's leave. He said his piece and left with his group. As they passed by Zhuofan, he gave a laughter seeping with contempt. Kid, the drifting flower edifices have never had males. He. Who said the drifting flower edifices have never had males? Chu Qingtian. Even though his actions were stupid, you have to admit, he did what a man should do. For the drifting flower edifices, he spied for 10 years. In the end, he died at the hands of those in the drifting flower edifices. Not only is this stupid, it is also dumb, but his loyalty, I truly admire it. If that's what being a male means, he would have been better off sleeping with women. Huangpu Qingyun mocked, loathing displayed on his face. Chu Qingtian was once my disciple. To be fair, his talent in alchemy was top tier. But he was arrogant. He was on a high horse. He dreamt of creating the antidote and saving the drifting flower edifices all by himself. People like this are the truly stupid ones, compared to the average person. Vicious Pill King walked away, pleased after seeing Chu Qingcheng clenching her fists, but still couldn't help pouring more salt on the wound. This world is a patriarchal world, a smart world in other words. Stupid people and women, don't even think about it. It's too bad, even if they die. Haha. That damned vicious Pill King. Longju knew the INS and out of the situation and his lone eyes flickered in rage. He looked back at Chu Qingcheng to see her trembling in anger. Longju shook his head and whispered to Zhuofan. Bro, have you told Chu about the alliance between the 3 families? No need. That's your business. What I have to do is let that arrogant brat know what it means to be a man. Longju's heart seized. He never saw Zhuofan looking so scary before. Second young master, why did we let them go? With our strength, they would surely die. Stupid. It is easy to kill them, but what then? It will cause a war between the 7 families, and even if we win, the only path will still lead to our demise. How come, second young master? Don't forget. In the Tianyu Empire, not only are there the 7 families, there are also the 4 pillars and... His voice drifted off, but everyone was clear. So, the ambition of the regent estate is this big. It is aiming for those heights. All in all, the drifting flower edifices have already fallen apart. For the Veiled Dragon Pavilion and the Sword Marquise abode, there is no point in pressuring them and making them do rash things. I see it clearly now. They are all thorns. Sooner or later, they will be pruned. The second young master is brilliant. My nemesis, the Veiled Dragon Pavilion, has finally kicked this iron plate, the regent estate. Longju, you have this kind of day too. Meanwhile, Zhuofan walked out of Drifting Flowers Edifice's guest room and sighed towards the sun. If it weren't for Huangpu Qingyun and his disturbance, I would still be in the hut with Chu Qingcheng right now being all lovey-dovey. But, even if what happened yesterday did not happen, there is only one more day till the 100-pill meeting. I have to get moving. The life of a farmer is not meant for me. A white figure suddenly landed, Chu Qingcheng. But before he could scream, Qing, follow me, she took him into the air. An hour later, they landed in the slums again. But they weren't the only ones there this time. Why are they here? You have met Grandma and my family. Strictly speaking, it is time to meet your parents and family. But the journey is too far, so I can only see your friends first. Chu Ching Cheng pulled Zhuo Fan and invited the others into a small rundown house. Xiao Dandan was dumbstruck. Why is the head owner and him here? I received an order from my master this morning to bring the Dong siblings here, but the one who met us is the head owner. The Dong siblings were flawed. Just this morning, I had to deal with this devil of a girl. I thought the drifting flower edifices had finally come to seek revenge. I was so scared. But now, I see my guy holding hands with the head owner of the drifting flower edifices. My view of the world is going to collapse. The young master of a third-class family, just how did he get with Chu Ching Cheng, the head owner of the drifting flower edifices and the fairest in Tianyu? See, sis. I told you to let him go. Look. You got no chance. Brother, how was I supposed to know that Brother Song you would be with the head owner of the drifting flower edifices? While they were bitter, Xiao Dandan felt like crying. It was so hard. I finally liked a man, but my love rival is the master of my master. The three were now more bitter than ever. Many delicacies had already been laid on a worn and old table, courtesy of Chu Ching Cheng's cooking. Have a seat. Don't worry. The trio stiffly took seats. On the contrary, Zhuo Fan was feeling right at home after having spent time with Chu Ching Cheng the past few days. His movements were casual and frank. He spoke normally, like a simple family. Dong Tianba began to envy him. What did this man do in his past life to get such good karma, to gain the drifting flower edifice's head owners, Chu Ching Cheng's, affection? Compared to Chu Ching Cheng, the beauty of an empire, they felt inadequate in front of such a world-class beauty that they lowered their heads. There are no comparisons that can be made. They passed the day in a peaceful and cheerful manner. Once dusk was setting in, Chu Ching Cheng sighed. All right. The clock is ticking. It is time to say goodbye. Goodbye. Isn't tomorrow the 100-pill meeting? Why goodbye now? Zhuo Fan raised an eyebrow. Shaking her head in sorrow, Chu Ching Cheng pulled his hand. You all, follow me. She walked ahead, with others rushing to catch up. They soon turned to a lonely road where a worn-out carriage stood. This caught them by surprise, not understanding what was going on. Elders of the Dong family? And why are they here? Let's go. Leave through the night, don't come back. Chu Ching Cheng pointed at the carriage. What is going on? Owner Chu, why are you driving us away? Have we wronged the edifices in any way? My apologies. It is not your fault, but mine. I did not want to pull you into this. But Huangpu Qingyun is a heartless man. I fear he will hurt you guys. Huangpu, the Regent Estate? What about the Regent Estate? We didn't wrong them at all, did we? Enough. The Dong family has yet to be erased. Why are you crying? Zhuo Fan snorted and turned to Chu Ching Cheng. Whatever you are doing, do not do anything stupid. There may be room to recover. Chu Ching Cheng shook her head and caressed his cheek. I know what I am doing. But there are a few things I need you to help me with. Zhuo Fan eyed her suspiciously. She pulled Xiao Dandan, who was still in shock, and rested her hand in Zhuo Fan's. Please take care of Dandan. She may be the only disciple the drifting flower edifices has. Head owner. Xiao Dandan was panicking and Zhuo Fan paled. This is my last wish. But before he could speak, Chu Ching Cheng stopped them. Chu Ching Cheng took her storage ring and gave it to Xiao Dandan. Please do this for me. Dandan, bring this home with Song Yu. But only when you arrive can you look at what is inside. From now on, take good care of your husband, and don't be so ignorant, okay? Xiao Dandan nodded in tears. Peony Overseer found it unbearable as she shouted, there isn't much time left. Hurry and leave. If those people find out, none of you will be able to escape. Let's go, sis. Dong Tianba didn't understand, but was clear to the danger, rushing inside the carriage with his sister. She wants to keep the disciple of the drifting flower edifices alive. To be safe, let's just go along with them. I can just escort them for a while and then come back. Let's go. Song Yu, take good care of my disciple, or I won't let you off this one. HMPH. Your disciple is so mature now. Zhuo Fan shirked all responsibility and whipped the horses. She can take care of herself. Peony Overseer stomped her foot in anger, watching the carriage drifting further away. Like I said, all men are trash. After hearing the word escape, he fucking left without a second thought. Iris Overseer frowned. Choo-choo, leaving our reputation and integrity to a man like this. Is it worth it? Shaking her head, Chu Ching-cheng said a safe escape for them. Isn't that what we want? What else is there to say? Yet, she couldn't fight back the tears, feeling disappointed by Zhuo Fan's last act. All right. Let's head back. There is still a hard fight tomorrow. Chu Ching-cheng took a deep breath to rein in her emotions, then flew back. The overseers were right behind her. This is our final parting. Can't you at least show some reluctance for the sake of all the precious little time we spent together? As long as you can bring Xiao Dandan to safety, that is all I ask. I just have to escort some dudes. It's not like I'm not coming back. Why is she making it like our final parting? He thought it was enough, loosened the reins, and jumped down. There are probably 100 miles between here and the drifting flower edifices. All right. You'll go ahead. I am heading back. Wait. Husband. You can't go back. Do you want to throw all of Sister Ching-cheng's hard work away? Don't call me husband. And, isn't Chu Ching-cheng the head owner? There aren't any disciples like you, calling her sister. Reddening, Xiao Dandan replied coyly, isn't it all for you? I am in your hands because of the head owner's orders, so I am yours. And since the head owner is your wife as well, so I should be her sister. What? Zhuo Fan was floored. Since when did Chu Ching-cheng become my wife? Scratching his head, Dong Tianba stuck out of the carriage and sighed, why are you so dense? The intimacy between you and owner Chu in that broken-down hut. Even a blind man can tell you two are married. How is it that you still don't know? Plus, she said it so clearly. Yesterday, you met her family, and today, she met your friends. Isn't it so there will be someone to witness your identities as husband and wife? No. I thought she just wanted me to be her brother, to relive her childhood memory. How come, the things between a man and a woman, I am just a big bad demon that devises against people. How could I have known? Even so, those things, that happen between men and women, only happen for the sake of reaching my goal. So, husband, let me ask you. Have you seen the true beauty of the head owner? Don't call me husband. I've seen it twice. Then, it is true. The owners of the drifting flower edifices should never marry, unless there is a man who has seen their true beauty. If that happens, they must either kill that man, or they must retire from being the owner and get married to said man. Since you are still alive, then that means, Sister Ching-cheng has recognized you as her husband. No wonder. I was wondering why, in the beginning when I tried to get the body jade sap and pulled a sneaky on her, she was so sad when I took her veil off by accident. She was wondering whether to kill me or marry me. Well, that was a close call. If not for my boyish charm and dashing good looks that no woman on this wide green earth can resist, Chu Ching-cheng would have killed me by now. Husband, if you still do not believe me, then, in the ring Sister Ching-cheng told me to carry, there must be that thing. His constant hesitation led Xiao Dandan to defy the task entrusted to her by Chu Ching-cheng. She took out the item in the ring, all to justify her position as his wife. After the light dimmed, three things appeared in front of everyone's eyes. Truly, wore out an iron boot and got no results, and now I got it with no effort. I tried so hard and didn't get it. Can't believe it came, knocking on my front door. He immediately snatched it, overcome with joy. The body jade sap counts as her dowry. If you take it, you have to accept Sister Ching-cheng and me. Xiao Dandan blushed at the last part. Zhuo Fan was in a daze. After he heard what she said, all smiles were wiped from his face. Sorry, but the first impression I have of you already ruined it for me. I won't be taking you. Right. What is this wooden post? Zhuo Fan's eyes squinted and cried. A wooden piece of wood with the words beloved wife Chu Ching-cheng's memorial tablet written on it. Sigh. I shouldn't know this, but I heard from my master that they plan to bring the vicious Pill King down with them. Even a disciple that shouldn't know about the plan knew about it so easily. What do they mean, bring that old thief down? Humph. Just a bunch of dumb girls going to die for nothing. Zhuo Fan rained curses. Then he looked at the body jade sap and snickered. He took the items into his ring and ran towards Drifting Flowers City, disappearing from sight. I never leave favors unreturned. Crap. If husband goes back now, he won't return. We have to catch him. Brother. Dong Tianba and the rest were restless. He was a loafer, but not a fool. If the overseers and the lord were in a bitter fight, didn't that mean Drifting Flowers Edifice was the worst place to be right now? Let's go. I will never let my bro risk his life alone. Darkness gave way to the sun's rays. Chu Ching-cheng stood alone in her room, watching the grandiose building outside. Choo-choo. Everything is prepared. Just have to wait for that old thief to come. Good. Even if the drifting flower edifices die, this old thief will go to the grave with us. Time to pay back blood grudges with blood. Let us go. Drifting Flowers Arena. It was the place where the 100-pill meeting was held, and their final battle. Is everything prepared? That thief won't sense anything, will he? Relax. The ones I found are the most trustworthy. They set up a dragon prison array around that show stage. Once he steps in it, he won't get out. Good. What about Huangpu Qingyun? Don't worry. I set up a barrier on the west side too. When the time comes, they won't be able to back him up in time. We got time to get our revenge with that old thief. Then, I won't worry. But, Sect Sisters, this old thief is not your normal thief. Even though we can kill him if we work together, it won't be long before his poison kills us too. My death does not need to be pitied, but asking the 2 Sect Sisters to die with me. Ching Cheng, you don't need to say these things. From the beginning, when we promised Grandma that we would support you, we already swore that everything would be according to your plan. The drifting flower edifices are going to die anyway, so let's make it go out with a bang. And let everyone know. Don't mess with women, or you won't have a good ending either. Sect Sisters. Right. Where are the other tower owners? Why are they not here yet? Suddenly, a wizened voice followed by familiar figures appeared before them. Owner Chu, are you looking for them? Behind Vicious Pill King stood 8 ladies in different colors and veils on their faces. They were none other than 8 of the Drifting Flowers Edifice's 15 edifices overseers. You guy. The 8 avoided looking at the 3, lowering their heads in shame. Though they are under the control of Yang Song's poison. Who would have thought that they would stand with that old thief in broad daylight? This is naked betrayal. I understand your situation. And I do not blame you guys. I just hope you guys take care from now on and leave this forsaken ground. Head owner. The 8 were sobbing but did not show their appreciation for her words because of Vicious Pill King's threat. Such an understanding head owner. But, can you still be understanding? Vicious Pill King snickered and clapped 3 times. After seeing these few, 5 figures flashed and the trio paled. They were the rest of the overseers. Tower owner Chun Yu, you have the longest history with the Drifting Flower Edifices. How could you? The influence of the Drifting Flower Edifices is long gone. I am just looking for a place to live in. I suggest you found one too and stop thinking about the impossible. Sect Sister. At her odd words, Chu Ching Cheng looked doubtful at Peony Overseer. Ching Cheng. The array. I told her to do. Chu Ching Cheng trembled and her body swayed. Despair swallowed her eyes. Keek. I said it a long time ago. I already have the Drifting Flower Edifices inside my palm. Everything you do is useless, so stop sweating so hard. Vicious Pill King cackled and waved his hand. Clattering resounded as sparkling spirit stones landed at their feet. They were the ones to be used for the dragon prison array. Also, these are the spirit stones you were using for the barrier on the west side. I found a way to break it apart. You can't have the second young master watch the 100-pill meeting in a barrier, can you? That would be too disrespectful to the Regent estate. Vicious Pill King descended the stairs laughing, with the traitorous overseers having little choice but to follow with their heads down. Owner Chu, just watch how I rightfully take your most precious treasure, the body root. Vicious Pill King laughed at the bottom of the stairs. Ching Cheng, blame it on me. It is my fault that your plan is ruined. I do darn, you are so dumb. How could you let a 4th person know about this? Yang Song, you thief. It won't be easy to take the treasure of the Drifting Flower Edifices. A shout echoed. I was wondering who it was. It was you, old hag. It was Drifting Flowers Edifice's best alchemist, Aunt Dao. Auntie Dao. Child, don't put on such a sad face. We haven't lost yet. Such arrogant words. When I met you 20 years ago, you were just a 6th grade alchemist, but I was already a 7th grade alchemist. 20 years have passed. Even if you can create 7th grade pills, you are still far from my skills. That might not be true. As the saying goes, you should not judge a person the same way since you last met, even if it's only been 3 days. As long as this body stands, don't you dare take a slice of the body root. Let us see then, old hag. Let us see how much you've grown these few years. Vicious Pill King flicked his sleeve and left with his entourage. Auntie Dao, do you really have a way to win against him? Sigh. Child, that was just to boost your confidence. In alchemy, the Vicious Pill King truly is the best. No one can beat him. Then, that means, Chu Qingqing's eyes were now dead. We truly have no hope at all. Aunt Dao felt pained as she spoke. Not quite. No matter how good an alchemist is, they can still fail. If they lose even the tiniest bit of focus when refining a pill, that pill will already be half ruined. Even though the vicious pill king has been creating pills for centuries, he is not immune to this. So that means you still have a chance at beating him? Chu Qingqing's eyes sparkled, as well as the other two overseers. Aunt Dao's heart could not bear their pure eyes, but forced a nod. Her word had the desired effect and Chu Qingqing looked livelier. The vicious pill king has centuries of pill refining experience. His heart is always calm. How could he make such a stupid mistake? Even if I failed 10 times, the vicious pill king might not even fail once. I will go down and prepare. And, don't be too depressed. Everything will be better soon. The trio watched Aunt Dao with hope. As an elder of the drifting flower edifices, I can only give these young girls some comfort that I don't even believe in. The person they are putting their last hope on is just an old hag that approaches certain death in her mind. Huangpu Qingyun watched the prize on the pedestal, already sporting a winner's attitude, and smiled. Long Ju was with Xie Tianyang and the rest, watching the endless stream of people with a critical eye. Why hasn't Shuo Fan shown up? If that kid ain't here, who will deal with the vicious pill king? Suddenly, an elderly with a powerful aura stepped in, with a split mustache on the corners of his mouth. He glowed with confidence. Aren't you? The head alchemist of the Shimen family of Thriving City, Liu Yizhen, Grandmaster Liu. Yeah. Who doesn't know of your skills? 1 year ago, in the pill refining contest in the capital, he won 2nd place. He lost only because he was a few seconds late to the Pill King Hall's genius disciple, Yang Fu. You have such a great reputation. So, why are you still fighting with us for such an unnecessary reputation? Yeah. You are a 5th grade alchemist already. Give us a chance. Though I have a bit of reputation in alchemy, I still have lots to learn. I came this time to have a friendly competition with everyone. It has nothing to do with fame or reputation. Screw off. You are straight up flexing. Clearly, you came for the drifting flower edifices. He was looked down on and despised by everyone. Everyone, please quiet down. Greetings. Welcome to the 100 pill meeting that every family has been greatly anticipating. I am the MC of this competition, Xiao Ya. In this contest, every contestant will be accompanied by a disciple of the drifting flower edifices. The entire process will be monitored, so there will be no cheating going on. Ya. The drifting flower edifices live up to the name of the 7 families. Such charisma. With beauty as a companion, pill refining won't be tiring. Great. Everyone has different levels of mastery, and alchemists are no different. From left to right, numbered 1 to 20. These 20 platforms are prepared for the top 20 alchemists. If you are confident in yourself, please stand next to the corresponding platforms. Liu Yizhen twirled his mustache, his face beaming with pride. On the surface, it looks like alchemists are refining pills, but in reality, they are refining their heart. If there is no confidence, then what good pill can one refine? Grandmaster Liu is right. We don't know where we rank, but Grandmaster Liu, for sure, is first. I'm not being arrogant, but like I said, pill refining is the refining of one's heart. If you want to refine a good pill, you have to have the confidence of the best alchemist in the world. So, I won't let anyone else take the first spot.